Today we're going to talk about The Good Dinosaur. Pixar's movies were mostly okay at most films. Not too thrilled about the car movie sequels. But I will talk about how interesting this movie is, since this movie is already getting close to be 5 years old. The story to this movie is about conquering your fears, learning to work together, and most likely you have the most emotional scenes in the film. I used to watch this movie quite a lot when I was younger. Not to mention the movie is really animated. It's a pretty interesting film. This review will be pretty longer to talk about. And I like how this movie begins with the dinosaurs looking pretty good. Like in the opening, it would show like if the asteroid missed them. There's a million years later. And look at everything in the background. And the water looks realistically good. It looks really good. Until the mountains. And then we get to the other dinosaurs. The ones we're focusing on is the long-necked creatures. Is Henry the farmer and so the mother, or of Arlo, and the children. They're pretty much the farmers, to make sure everything is perfectly clear and plenty of food and water, and building a nest. Gotta admit, this scene is adorably sweet and well animated, and we get introduced to Arlo. Oh, and I gotta admit that's funny and cute when he's small and adorable. Most people don't like his design, but I actually like him just the way he is, even though his eyes are too big and his snout's a little bit longer. There is a deleted scene like the reason why Arlo is still afraid of an oversized ugly chicken. And then his father explains about building that thing to leave their mark of them and being a great, helpful son. That's why they leave their marks on the rock to make sure he is more than that and being a perfectly great son. Unlike Finding Nemo, the movie, unfortunately, the father doesn't get that much screen time. And having true father and son touching, heartwarming moment. Okay, that one's funny. See? In this scene, it's also funny when he's messing around with his little brother. And then later that night, Aunt Henry, he shows him not to be too scared of. And we get introduced, he shows him about the true beauty of nature. Ness. It's a creature called the fireflies. So kind of like the Lion King, in sort of way. Seeing them bond with each other, being a perfect family membership. Gotta admit, this is actually an interesting scene that Pixar did a well done with this scene. And I like it. It's very emotionally interesting. Music is nice too, and so the voice acting to these characters are pretty well preserved, mated.
Dang wilderness critters coming over the fence, eating our food, and I've had it up to my snout. If this keeps up, we won't have enough food to survive the winter. That's why you are gonna catch that critter.
And so he does it. They set the trap for the critter, and he wants them to use the club to kill him. Turns out to be a little human being, which later on in the film is named as Spot. But for some reason, Arlo can't do it, since a creature like him deserves to live. I kind of like how there's a connection to Arlo and Spot. On here, Spot acts like a dog for some reason, and because he's a prehistoric little creature. Both Dan and Henry shows up in sheer disappointment that he's supposed to get rid of the critter and not let it live. And it shows him to be brave and strong, just like him. So they go out to the mountains, right where it's raining.
As long as you can find the river, you can find your way home. What do you see? It's tracks. And they're washing out. You gotta move.
A horrible rainstorm comes upon them, and they keep on the tracks before it washes away.
Arlo, keep moving.
The eye of the storm.
Arlo, what did I say about keeping?
I also like this scene here too, that he was going a little too hard on Arlo. Oh, he does know he's not strong like him. A little bit wobbly. And he kind of looks like a green camel, by the way. But seriously, he tells him, so
Okay, Arlo. I'm sorry.
he is very sorry, and he tries to make sure he will be just like him, emotionally brave and tough like he is.
Far enough today. Storm's getting worse. Let's get you home.
it gets worse. There's like a big huge flood and washes his father away and he dies. And I gotta admit, it's pretty sad. And Arro's mom is getting too weak to carry all the crowds all by herself. But it does leave the question, where are the other kids at? Once you see them, you'll probably never see them throughout the rest of the entire movie. Arlo sees he's the critter and trying to steal their food once again. He chases after him. And watch this. Watch how he gets lost. That's right, he trips over into the river and ends up getting lost. Unbelievable, isn't it? Gets knocked out unconsciously. His legs get badly bruised, and I have to fast forward this because it takes a while for him to get up. And just like Finding Nemo gets lost and separated from his family, and he has to find them by searching his way home. Unlike the American Tail, now I really like how everything in the background is beautifully done. It almost looks realistically good. It looks so good. Also all along, our well looks like Yoshi. The things I like about this film is how everything is beautifully done. Those look like real fruit. And I really like how they animate our main character to try to reach for the fruit. Not like a stretchy cartoon character, but really, and the word for it, particularly emotional. That make everything almost realistic, except for our main character that looks like a wacky cartoon character, but I actually like it. He does try to find his way home. He built himself a home, but keeps falling apart. And I like how there's like furry little creatures watching. It's pretty adorable. And there's the same little creature, a critter, aka Spot, trying to feed him some food. I really like the connection to these two. They're really meant for each other. Also, gross. So give some berries and follows him to know where the berries are at. On the side of the mountain, there's a tree there. On no end, there's a snake. The snake starts attacking Arlo and Spot. I really like the snake's design. It has little arms and legs. It's really well designed. And there's this guy, the Triceratops character. which I'll explain in my next video. So see you in part 2 of The Good Dinosaur, because it's going to be a really long review. See ya!